Devonport is co-sited roughly between the commercial national television UHF translators to the south, the new telecom tower RT site which is to the west. Back on the way up to the top of the hill just above Ron Church's, where we will find the site for VK7RAE. Ping track on the route to the top of the repeater. We're now on the site of VK7RAE, located at the top corner property of our amateur Ron Church of VK7RAE. VK7RAE is housed in a recovered and reused refrigerator there in the green, and the antennas are mounted on a small tower. Inside the equipment cabinet or fridge have the control unit in the centre, and sitting below the control unit is the main receiver. Within that receiver are mounted two UHF converters. Currently the receiver is switched to channel 5, and that's the IF we're using at the moment. Up on the top shelf is the transmitter proper. It uses a 3ATY discrete PA design, and the exciter is also designed by built by Ian VK3ATY. The unit is floated on a 12 volt battery system. That's the little flow charger unit. A small cabinet at the rear of the main equipment cabinet. The whole unit is a very similar design of that used in VK7RTV, the early ATV repeater on Mount Duncan. A simple receive antenna, the uplink at the moment on 444. It's just a simple beam as it's pointing in the rough direction of the 2 or 3 amateurs that currently use it to transmit into. There we have a bay of 8 dipole, screen dipoles for the transmit frequency, which of course is on 579.25. The dipoles, one set heading in an easterly direction, the other set in a northerly direction, which gives a roughly 180 degree pattern. The antenna above at the moment is a single Yagi we have pointing at Mount Duncan for reception of the Mount Duncan repeater. The rough coverage of the downlink, the transmit frequency, is approximately 180 degrees, lobe as mentioned, which covers from the southeasterly direction of Latrobe, behind those trees, across the Mersey River to the east, around to the northeast, the bulk of Devonport, out to the north, and out through that direction amongst those trees. So it gives a fairly good coverage of the main areas of Devonport, which is the aim of the repeater. The site for this repeater is kindly made available to us by the courtesy of Ron, VK7RN, whose QDH we're now looking at. Power for the repeater is obtained from Ron's QDH up via this swinging cable through the trees and finally to the site. There you can see the 3 aerials. Bottom one to receive, the bay for transmit, and the Yagi for receive from VK7RTV. Rather unusual installation to say the least, but quite convenient for the use of a refrigerator for the storage of the equipment. Right, that's a brief look at the new ATV repeater at Kelcy's tier, VK7RAE. You are looking and listening to VK7NW with the monthly news broadcast.